So no matter who you are, if you pass judgment, you have no excuse. It is yourself that you condemn when you judge others, since you behave in the same way as those you are condemning. Romans chapter 2, verse 1. The gay rights battle is as serious as an issue today in 2012 as women's suffrage was in the 1920s. Throughout history, gays and lesbians have been perceived as an abomination, sodomites, diseased, and sinners. My purpose today is to persuade you to soften your hearts in regards to same-sex marriage. I will also be informing you on the history and attitudes from not only the pro-gay rights side, but also the heartbreaking opinions of the opposing side. I'll bring up why marriage is an important fundamental right to everyone, not just the heterosexual couples, and consequently why it should be legalized in every corner of the country. I am not gay, but I do have friends who are gay, and I would like to live in a world where I could witness them get married if they so choose. An injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Martin Luther King Jr. Gay marriage is not only a domestic issue, it is also a civil rights issue. We are denying millions of people every year the right to the most basic human emotion. To the tiniest little humans, love is arguably the first emotion we feel, and we are making it immoral, calling it unnatural and dirty. Since when is love in any form unnatural? It is the purest compliment and is the most complicated story. Not a single person can make this feeling go away. Yet as a nation, we discriminate against those who do not fit in their mold of heterosexual drones. As long as society is anti-gay, then it will seem like being gay is antisocial. Joseph Francis. In this day and age, to be openly gay in most situations means you are going to make a lot of people uncomfortable, and you're also inviting a lot of hate your way from closed-minded bigots. You may even be shunned by your own family, or at the very least, you're different, eccentric, and labeled. This warped view on our gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender friends did not always exist. In fact, ancient Greece might be our most interesting proof of this. To be openly gay was their cultural norm, and for a man to love another man was the most pure form of love. In Sparta, during military training, it was ideal to pick an older man as a lover, and he would teach him the art of war, and they would fight side by side. There is also much evidence of homosexuality in Greek and Egyptian mythology. Ancient Rome was pretty open with homosexuality as well until Christianity came along. Socrates, Alexander the Great, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, William Shakespeare, Eleanor Roosevelt, Emily Dickinson, Abraham Lincoln, Joan of Arc, Sir Isaac Newton, Beethoven, and Julius Caesar. These are all examples of highly influential people in history who also happen to be gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. The Lord is my shepherd, and he knows I am gay. Reverend Troy Perry. We all know that there is a lot of hard work being put forth in efforts to make it difficult for same-sex marriage to be legalized. When I was checking out ChristianGay.com, I learned where the beliefs that God hates gays came from. In the Bible, God talks to Moses and Aaron in a book called Leviticus. In chapter 18, verse 22, it says, "You will not have intercourse with a man as you would with a woman. This is a hateful thing." But in chapter 20, verse 9, it proclaims, Anyone who curses their mother or father will be put to death. Having cursed their father or mother, the blood will be on that person's own head. So I ask you, are these equal sins? Why are we not attacking people who do not obey their parents? If we feel it necessary to uphold one of God's commandments, should we not obey the other? Another really hot reason against same-sex marriage is that it will ruin the institution of marriage. Argue, though, that straight people have already done that to themselves. According to Divorce2011.com, 49% of marriages end in divorce. The average marriage only lasts 8 years, and don't even get me started on celebrity marriages these days. Kim Kardashian was married 72 hours, Britney Spears married 55 hours, and Elizabeth Taylor was married 8 times, just to name a few. And these are only celebrities. I can think of people from my own life whose marriages don't even last a full year. People who waste the very freedom of being able to marry at all, And here we are so worried about allowing gays and lesbians a shot at committing their lives to one another and trying their luck at marriage. At least they cannot be any worse at marriage than straight people. Gay people should be allowed to get married. Just because somebody's gay doesn't mean they shouldn't suffer like the rest of us. Jeff Shaw. Previous to today, I had asked my audience if they thought we should legalize gay marriage in Wisconsin. This is how they answered. I think Wisconsin should allow gay marriage to take place. Everyone has equal rights, and telling someone they can't be married just because both partners are same-sex is just wrong in my book. Another said, I believe that if two people love each other and are serious about making a commitment to each other for the rest of their lives, they should be allowed to marry. Marriage is about love and commitment, not gender. And the last one said, yes, I do think that Wisconsin should definitely allow gay marriage. If two people are in love and want to get married, you shouldn't allow them just because of their gender. That isn't right at all. If only everyone thought this way, this fight would be easy. As of today, Vermont, New Hampshire, Washington, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, Washington, D.C., and Iowa all allow gay marriage. There are 30 states that have a ban. Wisconsin has had a ban on same-sex marriage since 2006. Wisconsin was, however, the first state in the nation to protect gays and lesbians against employment discrimination. So maybe there's hope for our state yet. Among numerous reasons I can come up with to legalize gay marriage, the top of the list is discrimination. I don't care how religious you are or how much it offends you to see two men holding hands. You're being closed-minded and judgmental. You're denying gay couples the same rights straight people have had and take for granted, all because of their sexual orientation. And no matter how you sugarcoat it, that is bigotry, inequality, injustice, intolerance, prejudice, and mostly just wrong. As you can see, there are a lot of raw feelings festering around this country in regards to same-sex marriage. I can only hope that one day this world will open its eyes and stop the injustice and allow less traditional sexual orientations to marry. We went over a little history of gays and lesbians and also the attitudes of both sides of the spectrum. If my words could just influence even one heart to be softened just a little, I would consider that to be a success. But remember, all you need is love, ladies and gentlemen. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need.